antigen and the normal cellular distribution. So here, looking at the primary T cell associated, this includes the CD1, that is the thymocytes and the Langerhans cells. Then moving on to the CD3, this includes the thymocytes and the mature T cells. And then moving on to CD4, this includes the helper T cells and the subsets of the thymocytes. Next, we look at the CD5. So the CD5 T cells and a small subset of the B cells. Then CD8, this cytotoxic T cells and the subset of the thymocytes and some other NK cells. Next, looking at the primarily B cell associated. So this includes the CD10. So in case of CD10, there is a pre-B cell and the germinal center B cell. The CD19, there is a pre-B cell and the mature B cell, but there is no plasma cells. Then looking at the CD20, there is a pre-B cells after the CD19 and the mature B cells, but not the plasma cells. Next, the CD21, it includes the EBV receptor, mature B cells and the follicular dendritic cells. CD23 is the activated mature B cells. CD7A is the marrow pre-B cells and the mature B cells. Then looking at the primary monocyte or the macrophage associated. So the CD11C granulocytes, monocytes, macrophages and the hairy cell leukemias. Then the CD13, that is the immature and mature monocytes and the granulocytes. Then CD14 monocytes and CD15 granulocytes, Steinberger cells and the variants. Then the CD33, that is the myeloid, progenitors and the monocytes. Then the CD64, that is the matured myeloid cells. Then primarily the NK cells associated. This is the CD16 NK cells and the granulocytes. Then the CD56 NK cells and the subset of the T cells. Then primarily the stem cell and the progenitor cells associated. This includes the CD34, that is the pluripotent hematopoietic stem cells and the progenitor cells of the many lineages. Next, focusing on the activation markers. This includes the CD30 activated B cells, T cell monocytes and the Steinberger cells and the variants. Next, which is present on all leukocytes. The CD45 is all leukocytes. It is also known as the leukocyte common antigen. This is important. Leukocyte common antigen, CD45.